Right now at 10, emergency medical services are preparing for the weekend heat.
And a new program is addressing the child care crisis.
Plus, Winona artists sharing their creativity at a local night market.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
Rehab work starts Monday for La Crosse's iconic blue bridges on US 14. Wisconsin DOT announcing today that the governor has signed a contract for over $2 million of work on the Cameron Avenue and Cass Street bridges. The project is required to extend the service life of each bridge. It'll also include new guardrail, pavement markings, and approach slabs. Work will start Monday and is expected to be done by November. Now, the bridges will remain open during construction, but daily lane closures are expected.
Well, it's supposed to be a hot and humid one this weekend with temperatures hitting the 90s.
That's right. And Gunderson Tri-State Ambulance says they are ready to respond to weather-related emergency calls.
News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall has the story.
Kevin Papori and his friend are planning on spending the weekend watching an outdoor dirt bike show. They're preparing for the heat and humidity.
I brought an umbrella, so I'll be able to stay out of the sun, and they do sell refreshing drinks.
Paramedic Amanda McCannagy recommends people choose beverages that will keep them cool and well hydrated.
If you can drink something with some electrolytes, maybe add some liquid IV or some drip drop to your water, some Gatorade or Pedialyte is really good.
With Country Boom also going on this weekend, folks will be doing a lot of drinking. McConaughey recommends anyone drinking alcohol alternates with a hydrating liquid.
If you can alternate an alcoholic beverage and some water or some Gatorade to help replenish all of those essential elements that you're losing through sweat, that would be better.
As alcohol can exacerbate dehydration. She's anticipating Gunderson will receive more weather-related calls in the mid-afternoon.
Usually between 12 and 4 is the worst time during the day when the heat is the highest, and especially with the humidity really high, people sweat a lot and they're just not hydrating enough.
McConaughey suggests folks know the symptoms and signs of heat exhaustion and heat stroke.
Heat exhaustion, it's important to be aware of those signs and symptoms of dizziness, headache, nausea, vomiting, muscle cramps, and then going into the more serious heat stroke, understanding that it's when you've stopped sweating, can potentially also lose consciousness.
McConaughey also says anyone attending Country Boom should wear a hat and stay in the shade.
And those temperatures ought to be in the 90s over the weekend here. So let's get the latest breakdown from Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be probably the hottest weekend we've had, the combination of the heat and humidity. Today wasn't too bad. Pretty typical July weather, about 3 to 4 degrees above average, but nothing out of the ordinary. The humidity levels remained low, but that's going to change starting tonight. You're going to start feeling it and then going tomorrow. Now, right now, we don't see any thunderstorm activity through the morning hours, getting up to 85 degrees. That's a feel-like temperature, a little bit warmer with the apparent south wind begin to pick up. For the same story for Eau Claire, we're going to see a slight shot for maybe a shower or thunderstorm closer to noon. That might be changing. Right now, that doesn't look to be severe right yet. Otherwise, the temperature is getting up to the mid-80s. Right now, all the activity that we're going to be watching for the next couple days is out into the western plains right now. That will be approaching. Ahead of it, of course, we're going to have the warmer conditions as you go through the time. So overnight, temperatures will stay warmer than we've had recently. A few clouds out there, but we'll probably be more in the mid to upper 60s with a few locations a little bit cooler. You will feel the dew point and cloud cover begin to increase towards the morning. We'll have to see if we get a shower out of that. Now, we're talking a lot about the heat, which is a big story this weekend, but we do have thunderstorms coming, potentially severe for Saturday evening. We'll kind of break that down and give you what we think will happen for Sunday and even Monday, too, a bit later.
Quite the interesting weekend ahead. Thank you, Greg.
The Republican candidate for Wisconsin's U.S. Senate seat was in Toma today. Sanitary equipment manufacturer Usemco hosted Eric Hovde for a facility tour this afternoon. Hovde says as much as he talks about how to get the country on track, he also wants to hear from voters on their top concerns.
People are being hit so hard by inflation, the price of food, the price of health care, the price of fuel, the price of insurance. So how do we get our economic picture better? Because we're clobbering our middle class and working class and our elderly people.
Hovde says the economy is his top priority, but he also emphasized closing the southern border and stopping the flow of synthetic opioids like fentanyl.
A La Crosse child care organization will distribute over $1 million to address the child care crisis over the next 2 years. It's the latest installment in an effort that began 2 years ago and is already benefiting area families. The Child Care Development Project started in 2022 when the city of La Crosse decided to partner with the Parenting Place to distribute ARPA funds. Through the first 2 years of the project, the Parenting Place created stipends and grants for local child care providers. And through those initiatives, 180 child care slots have been added. The $1.2 million the Common Council approved last night will allow them to continue those programs and focus on other child care issues.
When we talk to child care programs, the workforce is the biggest barrier to be able to meet the existing child care demand in the community.
Data from the Parenting Place shows 67% of group child care centers can't operate at their licensed capacity due to unfilled teacher positions. The organization is committed to helping area providers find solutions.
Earlier this morning, Tomah Health Community Foundation made a donation to support local foster families. The foundation presented its contribution to the Caring Closet, a nonprofit organization that helps foster families in the Tomah area. The $1,000 donation was announced during a media event this morning. The Caring Closet provides essential items like clothing, diapers, and school supplies for the families. Danielle Calhoun started the nonprofit back in 2020 after her experience as a foster mother revealed that many children arrived without the essentials.
These children are our future, and they're in our community. They're in our schools, they're our neighbors, and although we don't always know what's going inside their homes, we need to be a support system for them outside of them.
The Caring Closet is raising money in hopes of getting their own building. If you would like to support, you can reach out to them on their Facebook page. We'll have that link posted on our website and social platforms.
Well, it was a summer showdown for area boys and girls clubs today. Boys and girls clubs from La Crosse, Holmen, and West Salem engaged in some friendly competition on Logan High School's Swanson Field. Relay races, water games, and obstacle courses were the name of today's games. Local police and fire departments even joined in. The annual Summer Showdown is a tradition one Boys and Girls Club member looks forward to every year.
I really like tug of war. Potato sack race is fun. You get to see all your friends from other BDCs, and you get to really just hang out and have fun with your other friends.
About 450 members and volunteers participated in today's festivities.
An evening of artistry brought creators of all kinds to downtown Winona. Artisans in the street hosted various artists, authors, and vendors for a night of shopping local. Businesses on 3rd Street kept their doors open a little later for some special sales. Live music played in the garden and a variety of foods were available for patrons. A candle company owner says local market days are good for business.
I think doing markets, my favorite part is connecting with different people and just starting those conversations and getting to know people a little bit, and then those returning customers. Like, that's ideal for a small business.
The event tonight was from 5 to 8 p.m.
A cabin fire on an American Airlines flight causes 3 injuries.
Why a passenger's laptop could be to blame in just a few minutes.
Would you hire a barber who's never cut hair before? So why send someone to Congress who's never held public office and never passed a single bill? I'm Katrina Shinkland. I approve this message because we need an experienced congresswoman. Right, Jed?
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. We carry the largest selection of garage doors in stock. Or you can design your own using our garage door design program. This 9x7 garage door is $449.99 after rebate. Complete your project with a Genie garage door opener. This powerful belt drive model is ultra quiet. Get it for $149.99 after 11% rebate at Menards. #1 in customer satisfaction among home improvement retailers according to J.D. Power.
Save big money at Menards.
Let River City Grill be your new lunch destination. Whether it's corporate lunches, parties, or events, we have the space and food for all of your gathering needs, big or small. We offer an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. with unlimited soup, salad, pizza, wings, and so much more. There's something for everybody. Stop by the bar and pair your delicious lunch with one of our many beers available on draft. River City Grill, Winona, Minnesota.
Our democracy is under attack by right-wing extremism. In Congress, all have the experience to fight back and strengthen voter rights to uphold the will of the people. I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this message because democracy is worth defending.
A cabin fire caused a plane evacuation at San Francisco International Airport today. According to officials, crew members reported smoke in the cabin of American Airlines Flight 2045 from Miami as it was taxiing to the gate. At least 3 people were injured and 1 was hospitalized. The remaining passengers were taken to the terminal. Now, authorities are still investigating the cause of the fire, but it may have been due to a lithium battery. Firefighters at the scene placed what looked like a laptop into a tub of water, which fire officials said is the correct way to extinguish a lithium-ion battery fire.
Newly released police videos show the impact of a highway crash involving a high-profile U.S. senator. Police said first-term Pennsylvania Democrat John Fetterman was driving well over the speed limit with his wife when he crashed en route from Washington to his home in Pennsylvania last month. Police body camera video released today after a public records request by CBS News showed the aftermath and damage after Fetterman rear-ended another driver's car. The crash occurred along Interstate 70 in western Maryland. The images are from Maryland State Police body cameras. Fetterman has fully recovered and is back at the U.S. Senate.
Creating a lot of buzz.
How one beekeeping program is helping individuals with disabilities overcome their fears.
Along with the hot temperatures and humidity we'll have this weekend, we do have some rounds of storms potentially, and they could be severe, especially Saturday afternoon, and maybe more coming late Sunday into Monday. We'll kind of time it all out, break it down for you, and tell you when we're actually going to cool down again. That coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Bring your home to life with colorful pieces from Ashley. Discover trending hues and styles starting at $499.99. From bold and bright to soothing and serene. Cue the color, only at Ashley. Shop more deals in store and online.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
How much I weigh is nobody's business.
But Eric Hovde wants to make it his.
Eric Hovde thinks that if you're overweight, insurance companies should charge you more.
There should be consequences to those personal choices. Fine, you want to do that? Your health care is going to cost more.
How insulting is that?
Hovde would increase health care costs for 1 out of every 3 people in Wisconsin.
Eric Hovde, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
It's Hy-Vee's Big Beverage Sale this Friday through Sunday. Stock up on 6-pack bottles of Coke products, just $3.99 each when you buy 3. 24-pack Pepsi products, just $9.99. Stay hydrated with Gatorade 8-packs, just $5.48. Fuel your workouts or your work week with Monster, NOS, Full Throttle, or Alani Nu energy drinks, 3 for $5. Plus, save on Red Bull, Celsius, and more. Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
Don't miss Reed and Chelsea starting at 10:30 here on Kicks 106.3.
Voice texters of a certain age, they don't put the punctuation in. Like young people, it's like, hey, comma, what are you doing, question mark. I've watched boomers, hey, what are you doing? Do you want to go? They just start throwing it out there and the phone can't keep up with it. There's no commas. There's nothing.
It's difficult.
So you're reading this going, I don't know what the, and it's a very different sentence depending on where you put the comma. But they never think of that.
That's funny.
I'm coming to you live from Wisconsin, where the Wisconsin Lottery's newest scratch game is taking over. Let me tell you, this is big. Are you getting this?
It's Winning Streak, a brand new $10 scratch game. Match any of your numbers to winning numbers or reveal 3 identical numbers in a row.
You could win up to $100,000.
So cool.
Now available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Bring your home to life with colorful pieces from Ashley. Discover trending hues and styles starting at $499.99. From bold and bright to soothing and serene. Cue the color, only at Ashley. Shop more deals in store and online.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
All right, well, I'm not going to be doing the main weather today because we got a new person that's going to be doing the weekends that just arrived here a few days ago. So this is Nicole Skalicki, right?
You got it.
Sweet. So she will introduce herself. She's new. She's not far from the area growing up, so she'll be doing mostly weekends and then filling in other times too. So I'll let you introduce yourself here before we let you do the main weather.
Yeah, I'm Nicole. I'm actually from a little town called Owatonna, Minnesota. It's just 2 hours west of here, so not too far. I just graduated from Iowa State in May, so I'm a recent grad, and I'm really happy to be here in La Crosse. Get started.
Cool. So, without further ado, let's got some weather to talk about, so I will let you do the weather there.
Yeah, we got a busy weekend coming up for you guys. So we all know about the heat. We're going to be sticking in those upper 80s to mid 90s this weekend. Really going to max out on Sunday with a heat index near 100 degrees. Now our cloud cover is going to be a factor with this. Not everywhere is going to reach that 100 degrees heat index, as those clouds from these thunderstorm chances are going to cool down those temperatures a little bit. Now our first chance for some showers are tomorrow, Saturday, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. We also have a second round late Sunday night coming in Saturday morning. Some of these storms could be severe, as we're looking for some strong chances of some damaging winds that come through. Now we did have 2 scenarios that came through. We narrowed it down to 1. This is the timing that we think is the most accurate, what we're most certain on at this time. So we're going to see this line of storms start to come through tomorrow around 3:30 p.m. It's going to hit Ladysmith around that time. It's going to start diving down south, get to Eau Claire around 5 o'clock, and then it's going to continue to truck down south, get to La Crosse around 6:30. You can see this leading edge of the storms. That's where we're going to see our damaging winds. So if you're heading out to Country Boom, if you have any outdoor plans this weekend, definitely be aware of this, as you're not going to want to be outside when this is happening. Wait for it to pass, and then you can go back to your festivities. It'll keep going south a little bit. We'll see it break up. Those damaging winds are still going to be prevalent until it moves out of the area. We'll be clear and dry around 9:30 tomorrow night. As we continue, we have those rain chances. This is the totals that we have right now. A lot of it is going to be concentrated to the Mississippi River Valley, as we're seeing those higher values from anywhere from 1 inch to 1.5 inches if you're in that area. Everywhere else is around 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch, but that is going to change depending on where you get hit by the storm, with some concentrated higher amounts scattered about the area. Here's our feels like temperatures for tomorrow. It's going to be hot with that strong humidity, so this isn't the actual temperature. This is going to be our heat index, with anywhere from the lower to upper mid 90s tomorrow. Cool down a little bit, but not a lot at night. We're still sticking in those 70s, which is going to be the factor that kind of makes this a little bit of a struggle this weekend. Not a lot of time to cool down at all. Getting into those 98s in La Crosse, upper 90s, mid 90s, everywhere else. A couple 100 degrees anywhere else on the edges of our area. Otherwise, cooling down, not a whole lot again Sunday night. Getting into those upper 70s only until we get back into the 90s Monday. Here's our comfort index. This blue circle is going to indicate our comfortable, ideal location that you'd want to be sitting in. We can see tomorrow for Saturday, we're really hugging this edge over here by that humid area, hot and humid for most of the day. So definitely be aware if you struggle with those heat exhaustion symptoms. If you don't do well with it, definitely stick inside this weekend. You can enjoy the rest of the week once we hit that cool down later. Here's our highs for tomorrow. This is the real temperatures, a lot of upper 80s, especially with that humidity. It's going to feel hot. Now we can see some relief coming in later in the week after we get past this hot weekend and those rain chances. It's really going to cool down, and we're going to have a lot more dry, more bearable and comfortable weather, in my opinion.
Bravissimo, Nicole. That was lovely. Great job.
Making it look easy.
Yeah.
On day
Oh,
one.
yeah, very good.
But again, this is going to be a rough weekend.
Yeah, once we get past that, though, I think it's going to be a lot better. A lot better of a summer than I would say, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Getting a little acquainted with the La Crosse area? I mean, again, not too far from Owatonna.
Yeah,
but
I actually had never made it over here before.
No kidding.
I just drove through once, so I knew it was a pretty area. That's kind of why I picked it out, and I'm really happy to get out there, see the nice bluffs and everything.
Yeah, it's definitely got its appeal.
All right,
Sure.
Nicole Skalicki.
Welcome.
There you
Welcome
go.
to the team. Coming up next in sports, Onalaska Post 336 playing host to their annual Legion tournament, plus the story of a pair of siblings preparing to take part in a prestigious rodeo competition. Jacob is up next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
Here at The Y, we offer more than just a job. We offer the chance to make a difference in a fun, flexible environment where our mission and core values drive every decision we make. Join us in this amazing work. For specific positions and details, visit our website.
It's a lot quieter around here than it used to be. I'm Rebecca Cook. When I was growing up, this farm was bustling. Holsteins, hired hands, harvesting crops. But big corporations put family farms like mine out of business. And what has Derek Van Orden done? Nothing. Tax cuts for big ag, rising healthcare costs, undermining our democracy, extremism. We need real working people in Washington. And that's why I approve this message.
I love helping people get into a new home, whether it's a first home, moving to the area, or a forever home. I'm here to help from start to finish.
They actually worked with us with our existing home and selling that and getting us into a retirement home. They've given us all different options, what to go with and what is the best for us financially.
And they're so wonderful for working with us and figuring out what we needed to do and how fast we could do it.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Find comfort in your world in a stressless recliner. Take a time out, have a seat, and enjoy a special offer from Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Save in an instant on stressless furniture at Drury's in Fountain. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless recliner, sofa, or sectional, designed with the world's most innovative comfort features. Don't wait, it's time for stressless. On sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Here at The Y, we offer more than just a job. Experience the personal satisfaction that comes from nurturing the potential of youth and teens, improving our community's health and well-being, and providing support to our neighbors. Join us in this amazing work.
This is you, one place to the next. One more thing to check off the list. But stopping for 30 minutes? Well, that's just not an option. So that's why there's this, the News 8000 app. All your local news, plus a little bit beyond. So take a break when you want to.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Well, we are nearing the end of the Legion baseball season, but before we get to the postseason, Alaska Post 336 is hosting their annual tournament. Great night for some baseball. Game 2 of day 1 on Alaska Post 336 hosting GET Post 354. First inning Red Hawks with 2 runners on, and Nicholas Crum is going to give this ball a ride off the wall out in right. 2 runners score. Post 354 with an early lead. On Alaska looking for an answer. Man on for Brody Mitchell, and he lines one right back up the middle. That scores a run. Anna still trailing though. Later in the inning, Carson Zinneker up to bat, and he gets one through into left field. Mitchell touches home, and we are all knotted up at 2. And later in this one, GET trying to add to their lead here in this one. 3rd inning, Zinneker up again. He comes through down the first base line, and that is trouble. 2 runs come in to score. And this one is going to be taken on by GET in this game. Brewers up next here. They're looking to start the series off with the Nationals on the right foot, but it's a bad start as Jesse Winker goes off the right field wall. That's a double. CJ Abrams comes in to score as well, so that makes it 1-0 visitors. Then in the 4th, it's going to be Keibert Ruiz with a runner on 1st and 3rd. He comes through with a single to make it 2-0. Brewers didn't get on the board until the 4th inning, and that's when Willie Adames goes off the wall. That is a double for Adames, and that brings in the first runner of the game for the home team, but that would not be enough as the Brewers fall in this one by a score of 5-2. All right, so an awesome little story here. The high school rodeo competition kicks off in Wyoming next week, and we've got a few of our area athletes making the trip out west. Our own Kate Overton found his way to the riding arena, and he has the story.
More than 1,500 high schoolers from all across the continent will meet in Rock Springs, Wyoming for one of the biggest rodeo competitions in the world.
This horse is named Buster.
Maddie and Molly McBride of Holman have been riding horses since they were little kids. The sisters have had their eyes on the national meet since the beginning of the season, and after finishing in the top 4 during the state competition, the two will now represent Team Wisconsin.
I'm kind of nervous, but I think I'm mostly excited for it.
Despite qualifying in 2 different events, Maddie in pole bending, Molly in barrel racing, the support is still the same.
I don't think I would be doing how good I am without her. She definitely gives me advice and tips, and she's kind of like my own little coach.
This stage will display the highest level of high school talent, but that's just a chance to prove yourself against the best of the best.
I see it as a place where I can challenge myself and see how far I can get competing against thousands of people.
Maddie and Molly won't be the only siblings representing Wisconsin. Josie and Cade Waldenberger of West Salem High School are also making the trip. Josie in 3 different events and Cade in rifle shooting.
It's really great. I mean, we push each other every day and try to make each other better.
These two take the term sibling rivalry to another level as both of them compete in light rifle. Who's the better shot between you two?
Me.
I think she might have it, but not by much.
And when your competition is family, it makes weekends at the rodeo a little more interesting.
I just really like the family aspect of it and seeing all your friends every weekend, really pushing them because it's your friends, but it's also your competition. So it's really a good part of it.
Reporting from Holman, Kate Overton, News 8 Now.
And those aren't the only 4 competing from our area. You got a couple kids from Toma, Sparta, even Gays Mills as well. So for that full list of everyone competing, check out our website, news8000.com. Competition starting on Sunday. How about that, guys?
Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
Great story.
My question, if you guys were going to be in one of these events, what do you think it would be?
Oh boy, I would do mutton bustin', where you ride on the little sheep, right?
Okay.
I've never heard of that.
You haven't? Oh, we have it at the Houston Rodeo all the time, but usually like 5-year-olds go on it, not adult women. But
Sure.
I would still like to do it.
Anything that just involves just riding on a horse in a racing thing. So I
Yeah.
think I saw the video of the barrel
Yeah.
racing.
Yeah, that'd
that'd
be
probably be
sweet.
interesting. Nothing that makes me have to like rope an animal because A, I don't think I'd enjoy it. B, I don't think I'd be very
Yeah,
good
I know.
at it.
That's tough.
What
I think
about
I might
you?
try the rifle out a little bit.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Maybe
shooting?
just test my sight, my vision.
Yeah, I guess we'll all have to go to a rodeo
Yeah.
and just
There
see
we
how
go.
we can do.
I don't think they would let me do that competition though, the mutton busting.
You got to work your
It's
way
too
up
old.
to
Yep,
mutton busting,
exactly.
I think.
Yeehaw.
All right, we've got some more buzzworthy news right after this.
Listen to Senator Tammy Baldwin.
What is your view of the Biden presidency?
It is one of the most successful administrations in generations.
Most successful in generations? Inflation is sky high. Our border is wide open. Drugs flood our streets. The world is in chaos.
One of the most successful administrations in generations.
If this is success, we're in big trouble.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
For over 40 years, Lacrosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CEHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
You know what frustrates me is seeing people who are 50, 60, even 70 years old who are worth less today than they were the day they were born. How does this happen? These folks never learned money management. I love talking about money management at Firefighters Credit Union, so if you'd like to learn more, please give me a call.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Explore our lighting showroom and check out our selection of over 50 in-stock Patriot Lighting ceiling fans. They help save on energy costs year-round while making your space comfortable. This Patriot Lighting 44-inch Minerva ceiling fan is $59.98 after rebate. Or get this Carlisle LED ceiling fan for $79.99 after 11% rebate at Menards. #1 in customer satisfaction among home improvement retailers, according to J.D. Power.
Save big money at Menards.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
The Winona Occupational Rehabilitation Center is an organization that supports individuals with disabilities and connects them with job training and employment opportunities.
As News 8 Now's Michael Germain explains, the center is expanding programs to offer something with a little buzz.
Winona ORC has been serving the greater Winona community for the past 50 years. And most recently, they've integrated a new program which features many bees. There's a buzz going around Winona, and it started when Winona ORC Executive Director David Bittner visited Midwest Special Services, a similar group located in the Twin Cities 2 years ago, where they had beekeeping projects at 2 sites.
This hive is very, very active. Just really excited about bees. They were just fascinated with the bees. They were talking about the bees nonstop.
Fast forward to this past spring, where the Winona Community Foundation opened up a grant cycle with a focus in nature.
I thought it would be a great opportunity for our organization to apply for a beekeeping program, knowing just how exciting it was for the clients in Minneapolis.
And that's exactly what they did, which allowed ORC to receive $4,000.
They got us a couple of hives ready to go, providing another educational experience for our individuals.
Bittner says the hands-on experience is valuable, but his ultimate goal is to help ORC's clients overcome their fear of bees or spark a fascination with the process.
So maybe it's going for that job, or working on a skill set that is unfamiliar to them, and how they can look back and say, I overcame my fear of bees, and now I'm ready to take this on.
Bittner says the program is already a win, especially for one patient who has become intrigued.
To being excited to go and see the bees. I think that's a huge win.
Reporting in Winona, Michael Germain, News 8 Now.
Bittner says the organization plans to add new programs in the near future.
Yeah,
well, that's a different one.
Yeah, it's not something that you would expect, but it sounds like there's already interest, which is good to see.
He had no fear around those bees at all.
I know.
I'd
be a little hesitant, especially if they're making a lot of noise.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't quite like
no
that.
No covering at all.
More power to them, though.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Greg, we'll have one final look at your forecast when we come back.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Come into comfort during the International Furniture 4th of July sales event. Get 40% off all Norwalk Furniture special orders and up to 50% off select floor samples. The Tri-State's largest Norwalk Furniture showroom is at International Furniture, I-90 Exit 2, La Crosse.
Hey, Nick. Want your usual?
Yeah, please.
How's your day going?
Oh, pretty good. Air conditioning went out at the house, and I got some guys coming over to fix it.
Nothing that G&T can't take your mind off of, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I can always depend on G&T to put my mind at ease.
Especially when I make them, eh?
Well, I'm talking about G&T heating and air conditioning. They have never let me down.
G&T, the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
Maybe I should switch to G&T.
It really ruined everything. I should have done something sooner.
Everybody hopes that this won't be a big problem. Unfortunately, basement water, it always gets worse. Don't worry, we got this.
Great. Well, let's stop it from getting in.
The effects of water can be surprising, but you can. Put water back in its place with a free inspection from Innovative Basement Authority. For a limited time, get $500 off any repairs when you call or go online today.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5. There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
2 things I just can't deal with: overdraft charges and garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Well, mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like a lot.
BMO.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you quality pet supplies because we get you. Right now, during our summer pet care sale, shop unbeatable deals on your pet's favorite food and supplies to keep them happy and healthy. Like a free $15 Blaine's gift card when you spend $60 on Blue Buffalo dog food and treats. These large bags of AgriMaster poultry feed, just $11.99 for rewards members. Plus, make animal prescriptions simple. Visit BlainesRx.com to get started.
Find value at Blaine's
Come into comfort during the International Furniture 4th of July sales event. Get 40% off all Norwalk Furniture special orders and up to 50% off select floor samples. The Tri-State's largest Norwalk Furniture showroom is at International Furniture, I-90 Exit 2, La Crosse.
All right, we have two things to worry about tomorrow. The heat is one, but don't forget the severe thunderstorm. If that line forms, it'll be between about 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. that will come down. So something to keep in mind of tomorrow if you're out and about. Other than that, hot as we go into Sunday.
Hot, hot, hot.
Indeed. Hey, welcome to Nicole. Go Cyclones.
Go Cyclones.
Everybody stay cool.
Have a good night.